Everyone, just checking out this video Brainwashed by Tom McDonald. I've had a bunch of people tell me there's like a whole bunch of controversy and shit surrounding him, so they give me a list of things to check out. We've got Brainwashed, which I'm doing now, Fake Woke, Cancelled, and Cancer. So they did say to check them out in order and that, but this is one of the newer ones, so I'll do this one first, and if it's any good I'll do the other ones. Alright, here we go.
Half the country fell asleep, but they scream woke.
He's already starting on the wokey pokies. Hold on, take that back. Didn't realise he was going to get instantaneously into it.
Half the country fell asleep, but they scream woke.
Half the country is just fucking half the world's asleep, but they scream woke. What can I say? They're sleepwalking through life.
We're distracted by vaccines and TV shows, politics, celebrity, gossip, popular, neat quotes. Black lives, white lives, which lives mean most?
Black lives, white lives, which lives mean most? Every life, obviously. We're reaching peak stupidity in the world where we even have to argue things like that. I seen on the news in America through 2020, there was this protest, like Black Lives Matter people on one side, which were all white, and then there was All Lives Matter counter protest on the other side of the road, and they're going back and forth screaming, Black Lives Matter, and then the other ones were going, All Lives Matter, and like, what the fuck, man? That's just childish shit. Embarrassing. Like, give it up.
We only dedicate one day to remember our fallen soldiers, the men and women who died young. But if you come out the closet as Caitlyn Jenner, you're a hero and you get a whole Pride Month.
Oh, hold on. I think he's going after the beehive. When I was on Twitter, if you said anything about the bzzz, that alphabet soup community, they swarmed your ass. I got banned from Twitter anyway, so fuck them. It's a cesspool shithole anyway.
Soldiers, the men and women who died young.
Hold on.
Most. We only dedicate one day to remember our fallen soldiers, the men and women who died.
Okay, we only get one day to dedicate it to, like, veterans and that. I'm assuming he's talking about America, but this can apply to Australia as well. Our Anzac Day. We only get one day. The Australian New Zealand Army Corps.
But if you come out the closet as Caitlyn Jenner, you're a hero and you get a whole Pride Month.
Yeah, that I understand it takes guts to come out in that, but is that really heroism? When on the other hand you got people who were like storming the beaches of Normandy or breathing in all fucking mustard gas and shit while they were doing trench warfare in World War One. We need priorities, man.
The most
Anyway, I'll try not to talk too much because I didn't realise there's going to be so much shit to talk about, like 23 seconds into the video. Whew.
Pandemic's propaganda from these clowns. Only mask that's gonna save us is duct tape on their mouths. Don't speak. We don't need to deform police. Need to deform the media who lies through their teeth like.
Defund the police. This is not only peak ridiculousness, but it's actually counterproductive. They were saying they were doing it because there was this false narrative that black people were being targeted by police. I've looked at the statistics myself when all that shit was going on. It's actually not true. It's really not. It's just you don't hear about the white ones on the news. That's really what it comes down to. And again, they're saying this was about saving black lives, but when they defunded the police in certain cities in America, crime skyrocketed. Black victims skyrocketed. Black on black crime and all that. So all the ones that were pushing this defund the police shit Number one, they're Marxists. Just so you know, they're Marxists. They're trying to cause division. Most of them are all wealthy. They live in gated communities and got private security. So they don't give a fuck if you defund police in your neighbourhood. If your ass is getting shot by some drive-by, you really think they're going to give a shit when they're on their private jet? No. As you said. Yep. Hold on.
Police need to defund the media. Who lies do they?
Yep. Defund the media. Exactly. Here in Australia, a few years ago, there was a murder in my neighbourhood. Broad daylight, in front of school students and everything. Guy got stabbed in the chest with a machete. Died later in hospital. I went down there to see what was going on. I didn't see the body or nothing. There was blood and everything. But the media was there, everywhere, like vultures. And one of them, I don't remember which company it was, but they came up to me and they asked me if I knew much about it, what the area is like and all that. And I explained that it's about 10 or 15 years ago. This used to be a pretty damn bad area, but these days it's got a lot better. They took what I said, completely take it out of context. They cut out the part where I said, but it's a good area now, or better anyway. They put that shit in one of our fucking national newspapers. People recognise me from that. You didn't have a picture, thankfully, but yeah, my name, the quote and everything. Ever since that happened, I don't fucking believe a word they say now. Even before Trump was saying all the fake news media and all that shit. He's right. But yeah, don't believe him, seriously. If you go anywhere and the media wants to talk to you, if you're at a protest or some car crash or something's happened, don't talk to the media. They will take you out of context and make you look like a fucking dickhead. Or you'll have people coming after you maybe even. Just don't.
He's like, Big Pharma doesn't cure you, dog, because every patient that gets cured is a customer lost, and big...
Been saying that for years. They won't cure cancer because if they do, they lose all the business. All that expensive cancer treatment, all that radiation, all those surgeries and everything, that costs a lot of money. Big revenue in that. I've had people say, like, okay, well, what about the Steve Jobs and that, who he died of, like, pancreatic cancer or something? Why wouldn't a guy worth $200 billion be able to buy a cure if there was one in secret? Well, even if he gave all $200 billion, if they did have a cure, they still wouldn't want to release it. That's $200 billion is nothing in the long run. They'll make more money. It's like an investment. They would make more money. This is all theoretical. They would make more money withholding the cure, even if someone like Steve Jobs paid them every cent he owned, because it's worth more in the long run not to release it. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that's what they're doing, but yeah.
Big Pharma doesn't cure you, dog, because every patient that gets cured is a customer lost, and big oil runs the world. The only wars that get fought are with the countries who have natural resources they want.
Yep. Even Hitler himself only invaded the Soviet Union to get their fucking oil fields. It's like, there was actually a joke years ago when they were doing the Iraq invasion. People were saying, Operation Iraqi Liberation. OIL. Oil. Like, it's...
I'm claiming if a white man braids his hair and likes rap, he's appropriating culture. But if a white man acts too white, he's white trash, he's a racist, he's a bigot, he's a monster.
Let me listen to that again, hold on.
Heard him claiming if a white man braids his hair and likes rap, he's appropriating culture.
First of all, Saxons and Norse Vikings and shit had been using hair braids for hundreds of, or even thousands of years, or however fucking long. So this hair braid shit isn't just a black thing. Just for the record, the Vikings use that shit as well. And hold on.
But if a white man acts too white, he's white trash, he's a racist, he's a bigot, he's a monster.
Yeah, so either you embrace culture, in which case you're appropriating and they criticize you for it, or you act white, in which case they just call you white trash. So you're fucked either way. So just be yourself, ignore the haters. If you want to braid your hair, braid your hair. If you're black and you want to straighten your hair and dye it pure white, go ahead. I've seen some pretty fine sisters like that.
Let's just have the conversation. Not every liberal is dumb, not all Republicans are racist.
Yeah, not every liberal is dumb, not all Republicans are racist. It's true. You just... Yeah. I mean, I have been saying for a long time though, American liberals aren't actually liberal. Leftists aren't liberal. The ones I encountered online, Twitter, Facebook and all that shit, you need to be tolerant to be liberal. These people are ridiculously intolerant. They're not liberal. They're leftists.
The government wants everybody fighting with their neighbors because they know that if we get along, we'll probably go against them. They can't stop us. Cause we're ready to fight, trying to brainwash us. But we won't let freedom die. The whole world's brainwashed. Everybody pick a team, start a riot in the streets. The whole world's brainwashed. It's us against them, it ain't you against me.
I was going to say, I like that hook. That's catchy, definitely. I don't know about rioting in the street, but fucking everyone's doing it anyway, so... Let's do it.
How did monkeys become people and people turned into sheep?
Hold on.
How did monkeys become people and people turned into sheep?
How did monkeys turn into people and people into sheep? Watching too much fucking TV and being brainwashed, that's why.
Fluoride in the water that's keeping us all asleep. Claim they want what's best for us, I find it hard to believe. Cause they've been selling us cigarettes since we was 18.
They hold on, what did he say?
Hard to believe, cause they've been selling us cigarettes. Fluoride in the water that's keeping us all asleep. Claim they want what's best for us, I find it hard to believe. Cause they've been selling us cigarettes since we was 18.
Yeah, the government claims to give a shit about our well-being and health and all this, but they'll sell you cancer-causing smokes and fucking cirrhosis of the liver causing booze and people getting killed in car accidents and drunk driving and all this shit. Yeah, they really care about us. If they cared, they'd probably ban that shit. Although, please don't.
Fake news, fake.
Man, this video is going to be fucking long. I'm only a minute and 36 seconds into the video, and I've already recorded for 13 minutes. 1337 exactly, as I said that. Hold on.
They've been selling us cigarettes since we was 18. Fake news, fake woke, distract and divide. You're either right or you're left, or you're black or you're white. Big tech don't need a microchip to hack in your life, cause the phone inside your pocket is a tracking device.
Where is it? Tracking device. Not even the phone. I mean, my watch is a fucking tracking device. Oh, and by the way, about that cultural appropriation. See those Roman numerals? Maybe I'm culturally appropriating Roman numerals. Or maybe the woke people should stop culturally appropriating the English language from the Brits. Now that I think about it. Speak wokenese or something.
I don't know what I'm more sick of, rappers or Joe Biden looking like he ate 100 Xanax for dinner.
Cheers. Joe Biden. I don't even know. I've seen sea anemones that are more sentient than Joe Biden. Acorns with more self-determination.
Censoring the president and kicking him off Twitter is a bigger threat to freedom than foreign ballistic missiles.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming he's talking about Trump. They're kicking off Twitter because when that happened, when Trump got banned from Twitter and Facebook and all that, I deleted my 10-year-old Facebook account. Not because, I'm up fucking Trump's ringhole. If they can do that to a sitting president, what do you think they're going to do to your ass if you get on their wrong side? Think about it. I don't want to live in that fucked up censorship world.
You don't trust the police or the government, but you want people...
Whoa. Something about trusting the police.
Twitter is a bigger threat to freedom than foreign ballistic missiles. You don't trust the police or the government, but you want people giving up the right to own a firearm. Why would you be comfortable with the police and the government, the only people on the planet with the right to buy a gun?
One more, I think I got what he said.
Giving up the right to own a firearm. Why would you be comfortable with the police and the government, the only people on the planet with the right to buy it?
Alright, so people saying that they don't trust the government and the police and all that shit, which fucking don't blame them really, no matter what country you're in, saying take people's guns away. In America, I mean, in Australia we gave up our guns willingly years ago, so we're fucked, so we're a lost cause. But America, hold on to those guns, because as he said, they're claiming that they don't trust the government. Then why the fuck would you want the government to be the only one with guns? Like, stupidity.
White privilege getting amplified to reinforce division. It convinces white people that they're favored by their skin, and black people getting angry because they're told they're treated different. So the conflict is between us and never with this.
One more time. I keep going back, but I don't want to miss anything.
White people that they're favored by their skin, and black people getting angry because they're told they're treated different. So the conflict is between us and never with the system.
Yep. That's the point. It's always, all this fucking white privilege, white fragility, white supremacy, all this shit that they're coming up with. First of all, that's the Marxists are doing that. All this shit cropping up isn't just regular citizens doing this. You got Marxists that hate the country and are trying to sow division. So it's like putting all these tumours, drafting all these tumours into Western society so that it takes hold and then rots it with cancer from the inside. Getting race riots. Speaking of race riots and the George Floyd thing and everything, look up the dates of the last 4 race riots in America. The Floyd, Rodney King, all that. The last 4 that I didn't look further back than that, but the last 4 have all occurred in an election year, including George Floyd. All last 4 race riots in America were in election years. Something happened once or twice, that's a coincidence. 3, 4 times, that's a pattern. Seriously, look into it. I'm not going to give you any specifics in the video. Just look it up. Look up the dates of all the last race riots, and know it's an election year.
Have the conversation. Not every liberal is dumb, not all Republicans are racist. The government wants everybody fighting with their neighbors because they know that if we get along, we'll probably go against them. They can't stop us because we're ready to fight, trying to brainwash us.
It's like gets you stoked.
We won't let freedom die. The whole world's brainwashed. Everybody pick a team, start a riot in the streets.
We're already rioting in the street, mate.
Train the people only only to consume. Step 2, infiltrate adults with the news. Step 3, indoctrinate the children through the schools and the music and the apps on the phones that they use. Step 4, separate the right from the left. Step 5, separate the white from the black. Step 6, separate the rich from the poor. Use religion and equality to separate them more. Step 7, fabricate a problem, made a lie. Step 8, put it on the news every night. Step 9, when people start to fight and divide, take control. This is called situational design.
Whoa. Whoa. I'm taking that back. I've got to hear that all again. I think I missed some of it, but hold on.
Against them, it ain't you against me. Step 1, train the people only to consume. Step 2, infiltrate adults with the news. Step 3, indoctrinate the children through the schools and the music and the apps on the phones that they use.
All the shit, the music, all the gangbanging music, which is no way to get rich, by the way. If you're in a hood selling drugs, sleeping around, doing drive-bys, you're not going to end up with a Lambo and thick chains that could fucking stop the Titanic floating away. Ain't going to happen. You're going to be a broke ass. But yeah, the apps and everything, getting you hooked on the phones.
Step 4, separate the right from the left.
Right from the left, that's just been happening for fucking forever.
5, separate the white from the black.
As I said, look up the dates of the race riots. I'm telling you.
Step 6, separate the rich from the poor. Use religion and equality to separate them more.
The religion thing, I understand religion is very, very important to people. They do use it as another way to divide people. Because you've got one religion, I'm not going to name any, you've got one religion that hates the other, and the other that live, and two of them that live right next to each other in the Middle East, and they fucking hate each other. I still do see the positives of religion though, because even if you don't believe the like God part of it, I'm sort of on the fence, but some of them, they teach these good lessons, like love thy neighbour, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, you know, don't believe false idols, shit like that. These are good rules of thumb to live by. So, anyway, it's fucking already 22 minutes.
Step 7, fabricate a problem, made a lie. Step.
Fabricate a problem made of lies. Yeah. Make shit up. Hype it up.
8, put it on the news every night. Step.
And put it on the news so you get people worked up. Look at it this way. Say the news was the mainstream manipulation, I call them. Say they were having a slow day. There was nothing that they could do. So they just constantly put all this shit on the news from the past in like a montage that stirs you up. Then you go out because you're pissed off and you start a fucking riot in the street, burning shit and smashing police cars and all sorts of shit. Then the media comes along with their little fucking cameras recording your ass, and then you're on the news. You're their content that they stirred you into doing. They all do it. I don't mean just like the left. They all do it. It's all fucking mainstream manipulation.
9, when people start to fight and divide, take control. This is called situational design.
Situational design. I call it fucking manipulation.
They can't stop us, cause we're ready to fight, trying to brainwash us, but we won't let freedom die. The whole world's brainwashed. Everybody pick a team, start a riot in the streets. The whole world's brainwashed. Us against them, it ain't you against me.
Video by Nova Rockefeller. I don't know who it is, but in Planet of the Apes, the chick was called Nova, I think. So I'm gathering this as a woman. So shout out to Nova Rockefeller. But yeah, all in all, that excellent. I didn't realise I was going to get like so right into it from the start. Like I was pausing 2 seconds into the video, but That's good. I'm going to check out the other ones that I fucking threw the paper over there. But the other ones I'm definitely going to check out now. That woke one, for sure, 100%. If it's anything like this content, which I'm hoping. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video.
Everything woke turns to shit, okay?